Hi, Merry Christmas to you all, Happy Holidays, hope you all having a great day and time and whatever, but Dynamite was also last night, I ain't missing that. So we had a great Dynamite, it was really stacked, and I won't be going into as much detail as I usually do, because, you know, it's Christmas, but I just want to recap it as that's what I do. So our show opened up with Continental Classic match in the Blue League, where we had joint leader Konosuke Takeshita go against Orange Cassidy, who's on 6 points. This match was surprising from the get-go. Cassidy went 100 miles an hour from the get-go. The guy was instantaneous, just going for the kill, and I loved that. I loved how that approach was. Takeshita kept trying to get into it, but he just couldn't really find his footing for a period. Not that he was outmatched, but Cassidy was going the most gung-ho I've seen the guy go, so really unlike Orange Cassidy. He eventually did get the hands in the pockets and started doing the kicks to Takeshita, as, you know, you expect. Takeshita did battle back. It was mainly a Cassidy show out in a sense where the guy done very well. I was really excited by this. But then Takeshita did eventually turn it round and hit his finisher, getting his 3 points. And that makes Konosuke Takeshita the first person in the entire Continental Classic this year to qualify for the semi-finals, which is so big. It's a big deal. And the guy's done it undefeated too. So first ever guy to do that in the Continental Classic. And he's also in the chance of being the first ever person in the Continental Classic history to win it in unbeaten. Cassidy's still on 3 points, you know, still not having slack out. He can still go through, hypothetically, but sitting 9 points at his next match is the one that rides a lot of the chips on. So, great match, and yeah, not really something I didn't expect was just Cassidy going the way he did, but Takeshita winning was always my prediction. I'd be baffled if anyone predicted against that. So, after this, we got a surprise vignette segment from Gabe Kidd, who we haven't seen in a while, which is good. I don't like Gabe Kidd. I'm not a fan. However, the guy was just basically calling out Darby, just, you know, as he has for a while, you know, building off that thing last time Gabe Kidd appeared. I forget if Darby kidnapped him or just attacked, whatever. It's a whole thing with Gabe Kidd and Darby. And he's calling Darby out, saying, I'll see you soon and stuff. And that was it. It was kind of a weirdly shot promo. It was a lot of zooms and a lot of cuts, but it's the last we'll be seeing of Gabe Kidd this evening, so we'll come back to this later. But the promo was fine, what you expect from Gabe Kidd at this point, you know what I mean? But it's kind of nice to see that they don't forget that he is part of the Death Riders, but like kind of just like an agent in New Japan in a way, but like, you know, just kind of an honorary member, but still, it's weird. It's weird how Gabe Kidd's relationship is with the Death Riders, but I like it. I do like it, but I don't like Gabe Kidd. So, after this, we got the me match of the year. We got Roderick Strong versus Mascara Dorada in the Continental Classic in the Blue League. Now, Roderick Strong going into this was the only person in the entire Continental Classic to be on 0 points, and Mascara Dorada being on 3 points. So, big deal, big match. I thought they were going to give Roddy the win in this match, and the match was solid. Between these two guys, like I said, the chemistries are just going to work so well. Dorada's airtime, the agility of the guy is insane. He's so good, so good. I cannot understate it enough. Like, I don't want to, like, this is what I mean with the, like, I haven't watched it all, like, so recently, like I normally do with Dynamite and stuff before I do the videos, because it's Christmas, I barely have time. But I remember Dorada just being on top form. Roddy looking great too, but Dorada just reversals. There's one reversal he does. It's insane. It's so cool. And I forget exactly what it was, but it's a specific reversal. Phenomenal, as you expect. And the big shock for me, I was watching it with my friends on Discord, with Snotty, Tollman, and Bishop. And we was talking, and I was still watching the match as we did. And I just see Dorada get the pin and win. And I went, ah! I could have screamed. Oh, God, so Dorada won. I was ridiculously happy. Oh, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I love this guy. You all know this. And for him to get the win over Roddy when I didn't expect him to, I was so happy. So happy. I love Dorada. I love him so much. He's so good. And yeah, and Roddy's still on 0 points. They're clearly showing Roddy's pissed. Like, he's ridiculously upset. And to me, it's the obvious thing ever to make that turn into the heel run. Have him basically take it out on Mark Briscoe, go for the TNT belt, and then hopefully bleed that into Kyle O'Reilly, retain him. That's what feels right to me. But Roddy's only got one match left against Claudio, so, and that's on tonight on Collision, so big deal. but we'll talk about that next video. But the match I enjoyed, again, Dorado come out in pink, and that was kind of surprising, but I still fuck with that. And yeah, do you think I'm going to complain about Mascara and Dorado winning? Get on with it. So after this, we got Renee Paquette outside on the stage, and she's introducing Stat and Jamie Hayter for their face-to-face. Now, this face-to-face was kind of just, what you expect, both showing respect to each other, shaking hands at the start, then, saying, look, you got to prove it and stuff like that, basically proof. And then Statlander goes to hit Jamie Hayter, and then Jamie catches it going, no. So it's like, they're clearly knowledgeable. I think this match is going to be great. They didn't need a lot of build. They didn't really have to do the segment, but I'm glad they did. I was already excited as hell for this match, and just it kind of makes you think and then that's the job. But I don't think it's logical to have Stat lose, but I just feel like the way they've handled it wouldn't shock me if they did. So I love the fact that this is leaning into that a bit more. Not an insane segment or anything. It wasn't great, but it was solid. You know what I mean? I didn't feel it as much because I didn't need much more build for this match. I was really excited anyway, so it was fine segment. And I like the fact that it was on the ramp. You don't get that a lot, so I was happy with that. So after this, we got our MJF in action segment, which was cool. MJF comes out and goes against Dustin Waller, has a match, goes brutal straight away, starts really digging in, and I love that. He gets it over quite easily and goes to, celebrate, get a mic. And then when he looks up, Hangman's in the crowd already, going up a tier, and it's a great shot. And then it comes up, and then it plays Swerve's theme, and Swerve and Nana are on the same balcony, but on the other side. So Max is looking between, and everyone's going, where the hell's Joe? Where's Joe? Hangman gets the mic. Hangman and Swerve get the mic, basically calling him out. Hangman's ridiculously pissed that MJF called Swerve P. Diddy and stuff like that. He said, look at all this insensitive. I'm sure all your movie and sponsors. And MJF's like, what? I was ridiculous. It was a bit weird to see Hangman so offended by him getting called, well, not him, but Swerve getting called Diddy. It was weird. And then Swerve's going, I'm, very selfish and stuff. Then Joe appears via a vignette and basically goes, guys, I'm not going to be here, but, I hope you have a, warm Christmas. I'll see you all well. Then, basic shit. And then the Ops Dojo was sent out like the army. I love how Shibata just goes, points at it. It's great. It kills me every time. And then the Ops Dojo, a bunch of members get taken out by all three of the guys. Because at this point, MJF is being threatened by Hangman and Swerve, going so we got to come down in, you got to have to answer to us. They've all come down. So it's Swerve and Hangman on both sides, and they're fighting off the Ops Dojo. And Swerve and Hangman basically corner MJF. Hangman basically chokes him out with the chain. And then after that point, Swerve, Hangman's choking him out with the chain in front of Swerve, holding him for Swerve. Swerve gets the mic. And Swerve basically goes, I'm going to give you all the secret about MJF, that he's the most selfish person, blah, blah, blah. But he also loves all the attention, stuff like that, basic shit. And then he basically goes, I'm going to talk about how MJF's so selfish, because he goes through his, look at the people who he's affected the most. He goes, the Pinnacle, Wardlow, Jay White, and then Adam Cole, baby. And so it's what the fuck? And then, that's his friends. Adam Cole's his close personal friend. Didn't know that. But then, after that point, they're basically, just choking him out. And then Swerve says specifically, and just let you know, people who are in my way, I make them better if I'm their enemy or their ally, and stares at Hangman. They both stare at each other, and I kind of love that. And then the crowd start chanting, as you expect, kiss, 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 kiss. So it's funny as hell. But great segments. That was basically it. Great segments. And I'm really, really happy with how they're dealing with this situation with Max and Swerve and Hangman. All four, I'm really glad about the dynamic. The biggest weak point, obviously, was Swerve and MJF having a lack of dynamic compared to the other three with each other. So, with Swerve and MJF during this build, in the last week, they've really put that home, and I really enjoy that. I think they've really put focus on it, and I really enjoy it. So, the fact that they've really made the effort to MJF and Hangman, basically pre-existing beef, and then obviously MJF with Joe, but then the main thing is Swerve and MJF having the true, let's build this, because this is the less developed, if anything, barely developed. So for them to, just build that specifically, I think is a great move. I'm really glad that he did that. They didn't have to, and they did, and I'm really happy about that. But I'm really looking forward to this 4-way. Another video later on in the week, but segment, really good. Really enjoyed this segment. So after this, we get a small Babes of Wrath backstage segment, just basically promoting their match with Mercedes and Athena. It was fine, you know what I mean? It was okay. So, just basically, you know, with the Babes of Wrath, we're down, you know, and just basically get Renee to say it. It was weird, but basic segment, okay, never gonna complain, whatever. So, after this, we got our Dynamite Diamond Ring Battle Royal, which I was confused how this was set up. I didn't know if the winner faced MJF. They don't. They win the Diamond Ring at this point. So, this was Ricochet versus Bandido. Now, Ricochet comes out with the demand, as you expect, but then... this is the fucking sickest shit ever. Bandido comes out with a Brody King mask over his mask and the Brody King coat. Oh my god, sickest shit ever. And starts going, ooh, Bandido. Oh my god, I love that. That made me feel, I love it. I love that. The match, as I expected, I really enjoyed this one. I expected to with both of these guys. It was non-stop, so quick. The sequences we got out of this were nuts, and I really enjoyed it. I'm surprised as how much this was not on World's End. I thought this should have been on World's End, and wouldn't surprise me. I think the fact that it was on the Dynamite was great. It was a great little treat, but this should have been on World's End. I'm not saying it was like a match of the year. I thought it would be insane, and it was insane. So that could have been a me problem with expectation, but... oh my god, some of the reversals in this match specifically. Ricochet's does facial expressions, but there's like a point where Bandido slams into the ground and goes, like the face he makes. Oh my god, so good. Ricochet's so good. Bandido starts getting, you know, more and more into the match. They tease the Macarena spot. Ricochet tries to do it, then Bandido takes him out, then does the Macarena himself, peak. And then towards the end of the match, the Gates of Agony get involved. Bandido somehow manages to get that away. And then Bandido goes for like this weird Styles Clash. I don't know what it was. I thought it was a Styles Clash. It wasn't. And he gets the neck. He misses the pin. And then they go for like another little round, like a little sequence. And then Bandido gets like a sneak pin on Ricochet. Gets the ring. It's insane. I didn't expect this to happen. So I'm like, what? And then Ricochet didn't know. He's still beating the Bandido up. And like Aubrey's going, get off him. And he's like, what? No. And then he's, you know, still beating him up. Then I love this. Brody King runs down, so happy, chases them off. And then Brody gets the Dynamite Diamond Ring and proposes to Bandido. And Bandido's like, oh my god, no way. It's the sickest shit. And then, you know, Bandido wins the Dynamite Diamond Ring. I didn't expect this. Really didn't. And I love the fact that they went with it. I didn't think Dynamite Diamond Ring could be a face gimmick. But the fact that it is, really love that shock. Really love that swerve for me. So, love that. And then... basically, that was it. It was just, oh my god, I love this match. I want to rewatch it. I really want to rewatch this match just because I feel like I didn't appreciate it at the time because it was live. And I don't really watch Dynamite live. I need to watch this one again. But I really enjoyed this. I really did. And I'm so glad that Bandido's got the Dynamite Diamond Ring again. Just Bandido. And he gets the, I didn't know this, he gets the World Champ shot. So whoever wins a full game at World's End, Bandido gets a shot at. Any one of those matches is insane. You give him Joe if Joe retains, insane. You give him Swerve or Hangman, obviously. MJF, oh my god. MJF versus Bandido. Biggest heel in the company, probably against one of the biggest faces. Oh my god. Oh, give Bandido the belt. Give him whatever. Give that man whatever he wants. He come out with Brody King mask. That's the coolest shit ever. Honestly, I love that entrance, but the match is spectacular. Really enjoyed it. This is my match of the night. Shock, but it is. And Dorado was on the card. So, that's a big deal. So, after this, we got Darby Allin backstage. And, you know, just basically asking him what he thought of the Gabe Kidd promo. And then Gabe Kidd attacks Darby and just starts beating him up and then pushes him down the stairs. And, like, you know, a reversal of what they did a few months back or years ago. I don't really know. But it was a big deal. And basically, yeah, setting up Gabe versus Darby. Okay? That's why I kind of said this will pick up later. I didn't expect Gabe to show up here. I thought Darby would just challenge him, and he never. I think this is obviously going to build the match. But the fact that Darby got pushed down the stairs again looked brutal. But Darby Allin, the guy wasn't medically cleared like 2 weeks ago, and now he's getting pushed down the stairs. The guy needs to take care of himself, but it's still cool. And yeah, pick up from last segment, really good, really enjoyed it. So after this, we got our women's singles match of the night. We got Mina Shirakawa versus Marina Shafir. Now, I thought this match was solid. I thought this was a great show out for Marina Shafir specifically. I thought Mina looked really good in the match. Basically, looking stronger than what I thought. I thought Marina was taken back by a lot of the moves Mina was doing at the start. Marina got into it, obviously. Like, she gets the mother's milk in and just basically destroys her. Big deal. Whatever. The match was good, obviously a lot of agility. This match proved to me how much Marina's really improved in ring. And I've always praised Marina for her character work, and I think she's improved anyway. But, like, this much singles one-on-one, this was a big test for me to see Marina Shafir, and I thought she passed. I thought she looked really good. And the big thing is, after the match, this is what they've been teasing for a while. Toni Storm comes out to make the save against Miyu Shikawa because Marina wouldn't let go of the mother's milk. And then after this, this is great. You've probably seen it as a gif. Toni runs out to save Mina, and Marina just fucking kicks her. Just one kick to the head, and then she just lies flat, and Marina's just like, what? So Marina walks out doing the whole middle finger thing, and that was it. I love the fact that they made Marina still look ridiculously strong. I think that's the biggest thing. It's very hard to present someone like Marina Shafir, I think, sometimes. This has worked. I think it's a risk worth taking, and it's paid off massively. I think you've made a new female star. I think she's got to have the belt in the next year or so now if they continue this presentation and push. And to do that to Toni Storm is a huge deal. Builds interest. And regardless if it's for the belt or not, the fact that they've done that really ignites that feud a lot more than it already was interesting to me. So, love that. I love the fact that she did that to Toni. I thought that was phenomenal. And I like Toni Storm, but I just think that was the right move. A lot of people will be like, why just one kick? What? But that was the right move for me. 100%. Really makes you go, oh shit. And for someone like Marina Shafir, where you've been like that for a lot of her runs so far, especially with the Death Riders, you're like, oh shit. Again, it still like shows, oh god, we've still not seen nothing of this woman. She's insanely good. And that's what I do. Really enjoyed this. Thought it was solid match. Segment after it, just with Toni just to run in, I adored. I think that was perfect, and I'm not hearing nothing but. So after this, we go to the backstage where they're going to interview the Elite. I got an Elite segment after wanting it, finally, yeah! So they basically confirmed the Elite, well, the Bucks specifically, are not medically cleared after their match on Full Gear. So after this, we're like, okay, Kenny's like, look, we're the Elite. We back each other, whatever, we're family end of the day, stuff like that, as you expect from the guy. But then he goes, but as long as these guys are out, I'm going to take care of something I should have done a long time ago. Andrade. To me, I thought it was Josh Alexander at first, but like, no, it's Andrade. And yes, get that at World's End. Perfection. Andrade, Kenny, yeah, definitely the way to go. Solid little segment. The fact that if this is the way they're going with it, really good. Really enjoyed that. And the fact that they haven't got long for World's End to build. Unless they do Kenny as an open, whatever, it's got to be Andrade after that. It was something I should have took quite a long time ago. The only thing to basically say other than that is Josh Alexander. But they kind of settled that in Full Gear. So it's like, what are we doing? So, who knows? To me, it's Andrade. I think it's the most obvious shit ever. But either way, anything Kenny does as a singles match again, yeah, all for. So our final match of the night was in the Continental Classic and the Gold League, which was a 5-way tie going into this. And one of the people who wasn't in that tie, the only person, was Jungle Jack Perry, and he was going up against Pac. Now, Pac wins this, he gets to 9 points, which basically automatically confirms his place in the finals. Maybe not automatically, you get one point. He's like, no one else can top that. So, and against Jungle Jack Perry, this was a super good match. I really enjoyed this. I expected Jack Perry to kind of show out again. The guy's consistently showing out on a singles level where people are going. Even when he come out, I forget who said it on commentary, like, Jack Perry's been underrated as a singles wrestler. I'm like, I've been saying this for weeks. Yes, he has. He's ridiculously great technical wrestler. You can see how thin he is compared to Pac. Pac is huge, obviously, but Jack Perry's like a twig. There's nothing wrong with that, mind you. I'd love to be that thin, but Jack Perry it just works for me. It works. I feel like the match, the agility of it, I didn't expect Pac to go this fast again. I was really happy with it and explosive, but Jack looked really good. Technical again. It was just, he didn't look like out of his match. He didn't look like Pac was out of his league or he was out of his depth, whatever. No, I really like it. I really like how Jack Perry performed in this match. The finish was excellent. I was really surprised that they gave Jack Perry the win via a roll-up. I thought that was excellent. And it was getting close. Like, not that Pac was dominating, but Pac was growing into, so for Jack Perry to have that sneak little roll-up, perfect. And with Jack Perry winning the Gold League, I cannot believe I'm saying this, it's a full tie in the Gold League. That is insane and so cool. I didn't expect him to do that. That's so cool. And honestly, it's so exciting. It's so exciting. I'll go into this in the next video, how excited I am. But trust me, the Gold League is the shit. And there's only 3 people can go through at this point. So there's going to probably be a draw. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh my God. Oh, this match was so good. Again, I'm sorry for not going so much in detail like I normally do. But so good. Bandido Ricochet is still my match of the night, but this was not far behind. I just loved how they presented Bandido in this match. I just thought Ricochet, just his expressions work so well. But as a technical match, this is it. This was really good. And what you expect from Pac and Jack Perry, they're both solid. Pac's obviously acknowledged so high level. But Jack Perry does, like, this is the thing I love about him recently. In his reignited single run in the C2. It's been a perfect move, him having to replace Darby. I really enjoyed that. And the fact that the guy has, frankly, swam with the big dogs is incredible. Incredible. Really happy Jack Perry just for everything he's done in the C2. And I hope that people can realise, okay, we love this guy. And the fact that he's a babyface and he's beloved again is so relieving. Honestly, I'm so glad we're past all that with Jack. I'm a big fan of the guy. So, to be back on good terms with the guy in terms of general audiences, great. After the match, we get a surprise, appearance again from Santasaurus or Lucha Claus, whatever you want to call him. Luchasaurus comes out, Santa giving gifts, and I forgot last time they're all dinosaur themed. Fucking great, I love that. And yeah, 6-way tie in the Gold League. What? So yeah, that was Dynamite this week. I thought it was great. Again, I've not really went so much in depth as usual, been a busy day, but I really enjoyed it. I think there's some great matches in here. Some of the segments were just like what you expect. I feel like that's my problem of expectation. But I didn't expect look at the JB versus Statlander segment. I didn't think that was insanely good, but it was good. You know what I mean? Like, I expected it to be fine. It was fine. Who's complaining? Not me. So, whatever. Great Dynamite. Collision, however, is tonight instead of Saturday, obviously, because World's End. Looks incredible. Incredible! So, yeah, what did you think of Dynamite this week? What do you think about just the Continental Classic at this point? Because I think it's great. And honestly, what do you think about Bandido winning Dynamite ring? Because that's really shocked me, and I'm really happy about that. Really happy about that. I'll see you all next video for Collision preview.